I see a lot of parents, right, who are like, oh, hey, our child is going to be born with Down syndrome or something like that. Let's kill it. I think that's a little bit. That's a little bit too far. I
Also,
think
just
that
kind of mention
it,
something here. Nowadays, I think you have this technology that you can actually where scan the egg and the sperm when they're just met, and you can know like even before the baby is actually even formed that if the baby's gonna have some problem, as in like I don't know autism or like physical problem. So I think
yeah,
that could potentially get limited as the future comes.
I get that. That's true. If you scan for a child and you find something that's like, oh, I just don't like this baby because it has autism or something like that, and I'll be honest. So there's some people who look at a Down syndrome baby that they're gonna have, and they're like, "Wow, I really don't want this. This is gonna be so hard. Let's abort it." You know, I'll be honest. This is gonna sound so hypocritical of me, but I kind of understand. I wouldn't do it. I'm completely against it, but I understand the frustration, and it's like, wow, I could just take an abortion to just save something that might be weighing down on my life for a long time. But I'm still completely against it. And versus people, some people are just straight up where they're so petty, so lack of understanding, where they're just like, oh, this child has a, mild, very very mild like ADHD or something. You know, Someday we're gonna find that out, and then people are gonna be just absolute Karens, and be like, I don't want a baby with like blue hair, blonde hair. That's in the future. This isn't a fair. I'm not going to bring this into my argument because it's really beyond the scope of anything we're supposed to be talking about.
Also, when it comes to the technology we're talking about, I feel like there's also issues with like what percentage what percent of the time is the technology even accurate? So it could be technically killing a baby who doesn't have the problem. It was just a machine having error in it.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to bring up. Actually, I, I actually didn't think about that before, but I think that they're fairly accurate. You have those small cases where it might actually falsely say something. Now that I
Yeah,
think about it,
yeah. Let me give you an example that came in my head. I was like, even when like the coronavirus thing, the test tubes they
yeah,
have they're not like 100% accurate. Depending on the test tube, it the accuracy can differ, and like even those can be wrong. And I was like, even so, like even if you're taking some blood test and it can be wrong, then I don't see why some scanning machine can be wrong also.
yeah.
Right? Okay.
So you're talking about machines getting more accurate over time, something?
No, I'm just raising a issue of even like using those machines. Like trust
Yeah,
me. Obviously, the solution could be like you try the machine multiple times. Then like, what are the chances the machine will get it wrong? Like I don't know, 2 or 3 times.
yeah, 100 times. I mean, over time, the machines are going to be becoming more and more accurate.
Yeah.
Technology is rising at an exponential rate, especially in the medical field. You have a lot of people just digging straight into the medical field because um, an interesting thing about the medical field, and it's very relevant to abortion, right? Is everyone who looks at the medical field thinks, wow, I could be making so much money in that field. And it's true. When it comes to people's health, people will pay, you know, whatever it needs for them to be healthy. I mean, it's their body. You can buy a lot of things, you can buy as much as you want, you can buy pretty much anything, but the one thing you can't buy is another body, another living human.